Exciting time on the Mesa. Got a great soccer teams plural, playing, and a legitimate shot at not only winning conference championship but postseason success. Our football team had a great win at home against Vegas, and now the importance is added with this game at Boise. So we'll be fans after Thursday. We'll be fans cheering for all the Aztec teams, men and women, who continue to do a great job. We get a chance tomorrow to put our team on display. Even though it's an exhibition game, it's a game. And we're looking forward to it, to see where we are, how much game slippage will occur. Even though we've had 2 scrimmages, this will be good for us. This will be a good opportunity to see how we'll play against somebody that we're not sure what they're going to do, both offensively and defensively. Right now we know one another, so I think this will be a welcome time for all of us, players and coaches, and hopefully our fans will turn out in great numbers in anticipation of what they hope will be a great season. So I'll entertain any questions that anybody might have.
Coach, how are you on the injury front?
Our injury front, James Rahan turned his ankle yesterday in practice, same one that he had the surgery on, but it's not, from what we could kind of get out of the initial thing, was not anything related to what he did before. Got it caught under the standard, ran into the inline, into the basket, and the ankle just rolled on him. So he did very little yesterday. I'm not sure. I haven't talked to our trainer to find out what his status is for today and the game and tomorrow. Everybody else, the bumps and bruises we had from our scrimmage last week, all seem to be significantly better.
So Jamal and Deshaun are okay? They returned to practice?
Yes, they both practiced yesterday, and you would not have said, are they hurt? They look good.
Steve, might we see you embracing a zone defense of some sort a little bit more as you head into the battle of the Midway?
Well, we're going to have to be prepared for the opponent to run a zone defense. So we're just starting to work on zone offense, to where we can find ways to attack what is impossible to emulate, probably the best zone defensive team in the country, because that's all they play. And that's what they work on, and they're very, very good at it. And yet we've got good players, so we'll have concepts and things that we want to look to attempt to do, and I think we'll be okay to we'll get good shots, I believe. It's a question of being able to make the shots.
Could you touch bases on being pre-ranked in the top 20 in the AP Coaches Poll?
I talked on that before, how I think it continues to speak to the growth and continued evolution of our program, where 2 years ago in the 10-11 class, when we were ranked for the first time ever, we made a huge deal out of it, and it should have been, because we'd never been ranked before. Now it's good that our fans and players expect to be ranked, and when they're ranked, they either don't speak too much about it or say, fan-wise anyway, well, we should have been ranked higher. So I think it's healthy. I think it's good for a program. I think it's good for our energy, which is terrific on campus and in the community. And now the trick will be to stay there.
And I'm sure it's helped out your recruiting class. Your recruiting class has gotten better and better within the past years. Just talk about your recruiting class and coming together with the team that you have right now.
We can't talk on any specific recruits. People know that that who we're recruiting, and until they get signed, we can't really get into specifics on the kids.
Not the one you recruit right now, but the one that had just came in playing this year, the recruiting class.
Much has been made of the 6 new players 3 freshmen, 3 transfers. They're good. They're good. And we've always said that we are not going to say, well, they're, quote, too good. We recruit good players. And we've gotten good players. And oftentimes you get really good players that don't have quite the reputation that from a national media, but we know they're really good players. So now I think we have become a school that's good. So we also, now when we recruit a player, people say, well, he must be good because he's going to San Diego State. I like that too. So we got good talent coming in, and we got good talent returning, and now the chore will be to blend them all together.
Coach, should we read anything into your starting lineup tomorrow night and or Monday night, or are you just going to be mixing and matching to see what works the best for you guys?
I think what we'll do is start 2 different lineups today and Monday, or Thursday and Monday, and get a good feel. You may see 3 or 4 of the same guys out there, but I don't think that we'll have exactly the same lineup for each game. And I may say, well, I was kidding when I said we wouldn't see the same lineup. So I don't know for sure. I do know that we're going to play a lot of people. We're not going to play this as if it were Syracuse on the Midway in terms of substitution patterns. We're going to probably program substitute at the 16-minute mark or 15-minute mark, regardless of the flow of the game.
Coach, how would you define a successful offseason and how you fared up to this point this year?
We were the first time ever, as every other Division I school, able to work with incoming players in the summer. Immensely helpful. You get 6 weeks where you can do 2 hours a week, so it's good for them and for us, where they can get a feel for who we are and personalities and on-court expectations. So I think that's given every program in America a little bit of a head start on where we used to be with new freshmen in years gone by, and I think that's helpful. Our players have done a good job of not just saying, okay, we've got 2 hours a week in the summer. They played. And good players find ways to get in the gym and play, both skill building, which is most important, and playing 5-on-5. So we had a lot of activity that has led to where we are now. I don't think we're any different than any program, though, from that standpoint. They play. Kids play, and they play almost all year to grow their game.
And Coach, if James Rayhan's ankle isn't 100% come Thursday, would you still play him in the scrimmage? Or not scrimmage, the exhibition?
I would say we need to get clearance from our trainer, Tom, to make sure that we wouldn't be doing something that could put him back a little bit. And James has got to be realistic. If it's still bothering him to a great degree, he shouldn't play. But right now, I don't know. I don't know how he is today. We'll see whether he's capable of doing anything in practice today.
Anything else for Coach?
What have you learned from your team after that second inter-squad scrimmage?
I think what we did in the second inter-squad scrimmage, I thought we were better from a defensive standpoint, not getting ourselves into trouble with things that happened in the first one. For instance, we did a much better job early. We got tired at the end because everybody played almost every minute. But we did a better job with our conversion defense, didn't give up as many open shots out of transition where we did in the first game. And what I have believed continues to bear fruit. We got a lot of good players. And there will be competition for minutes. And I think in a healthy way, we've had that, and that's what all good teams have. And I like the fact that we can go to the bench, not just one guy, but we can go multiple players and they can give us a big boost when they come in. So that's what we're going to count on, and that's what we'll expect with 10 guys, 11 guys that can play.
Saturday was the first time you guys touched on the zone offense. Did you feel like your guys did well with what you worked with, or?
We just started our first look at zone offense yesterday, Monday. We hadn't done anything with zone offense till then. So we feel we've got plenty of time, almost 2 weeks in preparation. But we've played teams that have played zone, so we know we've got our concepts and things that we want to look to do. It's going back and revisiting and talking about it and tweaking it a little bit with the group we've got, with the 3 freshmen, introducing them to what we want to do in our play calls, but more importantly, the life after the play calls and the concepts.
Does it make your job tougher? You said so much talent, so much depth. At the same time, I guess you want to keep everybody happy. Is that, as far as your job, how tough is that? Is there a little bit of pressure that goes with that, or it's just what they earn?
Parents are happiest when their kids are playing. Coaches are happiest when the teams are winning. So hopefully you can balance that. And I think if players are honest with themselves, if they are performing, that will earn them the right to get on the floor. So to be honest with you, I'm too old to worry about that. I think that we will have a group of guys that will compete hard. And I don't expect you to like not being on the floor. Nobody likes that. I want you to want to be on the floor, but don't pout about it. Don't be moody about it. Get out and when your turn comes, play and perform. Don't try too hard. I think it's good that we've got returners and good returners that are good kids, along with the new guys that have come in. And I think our new guys have done they kind of look and say, how are the older guys going to deal with stuff? And that sets the table when you have good senior, junior, veteran leadership, and we've had that.
Coach, you touched base a little bit about growth and evolution. The programs, soccer, football, the growth for those programs have gotten exceedingly better. Does that help you, or does that help the basketball program, I guess, at all, in any sense? Whether it be recruiting, whether it be bringing more fans to the stadium?
I think we're all here to help one another. Obviously, the fact that we have lights on the soccer field has gotten a lot more people to go to the soccer games. Now, has winning the soccer games helped us get more people, or the lights helped us get more people? It doesn't matter. We got more people. And I think when we had our open house or our Madness on the Mesa, they had a soccer game here. And we had a lot of kids that came early, potential recruits, and went over, and it might have been for 20 minutes, and went in to see the soccer game. So I think we feed off of one another. And when you're healthy all the way around, it makes life easier for everybody and more enjoyable for everybody. So I guess, long story short, when any team wins, it should be good for all of us. That got it?
Thank you, Coach.
Okay, thank you.